you, Mr. Mayor, and thanks for the credit given from Councillor Green that it was in fact Labour members and myself who wanted this to come to a special council. I believe it could have been debated at the last special council. What we have in front of us is more questions than answers in terms of the redaction, and clearly those names that are on the report will be familiar with them. So we could have discussed it, but what we did see on the night was quite a blatant electoral, if you like, a pack of time already discussed prior to the meeting. So effectively, we took a major decision based on a report that was not discussed by all members. And if and when this council learns to trust each other and engage all members, I hope we can have more debates of this kind, which we call to happen tonight. I have to say, there are lessons to be learned, and I am very, very annoyed and angry myself about the contents of the Klonowski report. I'm very angry as well that the Hesby report isn't before us, because the Hesby report, again, is involving whistleblowers and the way we haven't treated whistleblowers correctly, and I accept we haven't treated Martin Moore correctly, and I have apologised to him in the past, and will continue through proper officers and any format I can to encourage Martin Moore to be given the appropriate remedy. As the resolution was moved by the former administration, the appropriate remedy, it will be very much up to Martin Moore to make his own decision and not be bounced into one decision or the other. And as the Daily Post said, it's usually quite polite to ask someone whether they want their job back before you actually make that announcement. I think we can learn something from that. Secondly, I am angry the Hesby report because, as I say, it refers to issues of whistleblowers, and I hope there will be an enthusiasm for those whistleblowers involved in the Hesby report who have found themselves in particularly difficult situations, and they will come out in the fullness of time. They stood tall, they put their voice forward, and were helped and encouraged by particularly members of my group, and particularly by the MP Frank Field. So we hope that is a full report. And if I was to be accused of cover-up, certainly in terms of the Hesby reports and issues in and around that we have not been in any way engaged in. And what I would like to have seen is the balanced nature. But you're quite correct. When things go wrong in highways or things go wrong in other departments, they don't have the dire consequences that they do when they happen in DAS. I think that's the point that comes out of this. When governance goes wrong, when we get it wrong, when I get it wrong, when anyone else gets it wrong, particularly in that department, the consequences are of such gravitas that it does become shocking and does become difficult. We did engage with the process. We did put forward the Martin Smith inquiry, which ran its course, and then was presented to Councillor Green to take the appropriate action. He seems to believe that he knew everything that was going on, and he believed he had a just cause. I just posed the question in that, precious time he had, that tenure of power as leader, why, in his tenure, albeit brief, was there no disciplinary action? Why wasn't the Martin Smith report published in its fullness, unredacted? Didn't happen under his particular watch. I'm not criticising him because you do get advice from officers and you do come forward with those issues. Why did he not there and then reappoint Martin Moore and simply, instead of doing an appropriate remedy type resolution? So I'm not all perfect in this. He seems to have, if you like, the upper hand in terms of having more suspicion and having less trust of the officers who advise them. I would like to make it quite clear, because I am going to come on to the way in terms we present stuff to each other. When some of these issues were being presented to us, allegations, and that's all they are now being played out in the political landscape of leaflets and direct accusations. It is not right. It is not right when someone who has already declared personal interest in this issue associates themselves with a leaflet in the name of the Foulkes that claims a rape took place. It says the rape of a vulnerable adult in council care. The rape, not alleged. No. Not alleged. The rape of a vulnerable adult in council care was not properly investigated. Okay? It's made quite clear that's what it is. And it has been referred, and it will be, as part of our investigations, be referred to the police as well as lawyers. And then, with some shock, pick up, and someone has shown me another leaflet, whereby we have a thug with a baseball bat. This is thrown out in the name of a so-called sensible political party. A thug in a baseball bat, and the implication that Labour councillors either condone or, if you read it quite quickly, were actually part of this assault or involved in this assault. I can tell you, I've been sympathetic with them. I would never, ever stoop to those levels of accusing the men of this authority of any kind of willfully allowing those sort of things to go on. Yes, mistakes were made. There's a litany of mistakes. But if you actually read the AKA reports, and that's what annoys me so much, there is little or no criticism of elected members within the report. There is not many actions that need that the elected members. Yes, we've got to get better at our job, but in terms of any cover or any kind of information, it is simply not that elected members were performed. And if I have to ask the solicitor to give me that judgment, which I've asked on a number of occasions, and the chief executive in the public domain, I would ask your opinion, the director of law. Is this report, the AK report, highly critical of members or critical of officers? And I'll ask a quick answer on that before I get on.
Thank you, Mr. Deputy Mayor. In my view, the AKA report is overwhelmingly critical of officers, and there's little, if any, harm in that.
So, what gives anybody the right in this room, knowing that information, having read the report, to create such a filthy, dirty, rotten leaflet as this? What gives anyone the right to accuse another human being who's associated themselves with this? I wonder. I would beg and urge you, please, in the light of what we're trying to establish, a more open council, a more council where we can have reasonable debate. Please, don't use the hard work of law and law. Don't use the